Hey guys, X Brown Bear here, and today I'm launching a new series called Piece of Cake. And in Piece of Cake, basically I'll be making a tutorial to commonly asked questions I see on various sites such as Reddit, Minecraft Forum, Planet Minecraft, all these random sites that people congregate and talk amongst themselves and etc. So anyways, for today's episode I'll be showing you guys how to make a YouTube thumbnail. It's one of these things here, if you guys didn't know what a YouTube thumbnail is. So, yeah, let's get started. So some of the tools that you'll need to basically complete this is GIMP, which is a free painting, image editing tool that you can download for free online, completely free, no strings attached. And then you'll need the site called textcraft.net. And basically, you can type a bunch of different Minecraft text or whatever, pick fonts, etc. And you'll need this site called minecraft.novaskin.me. And basically, you'll be able to, get your little character or whatever. So let's get started. First of all, let's start with creating a new image. So basically, the width and the height of a thumbnail, according to YouTube, should be about 1280 by 720. So we clicked new image earlier, we'll just click OK here. And we have this little random background. Now, one thing you can do is open as a layer and add a background. I already made a little background, for instance. So you could use something like this, and then put your text here, put something here, maybe your episode number here, kind of like how I have in the example. Or you can make your own little background. One of the tools to do it is this tool called the blend tool. So you pick the colors you want. I decided choose yellow and black, and then pick which option you want. Oops, where's that? Here, which option you want. There's quite a few. There's a few default ones, and then pick the shape you want. So I'll show you what linear for a second. This is kind of like what linear looks like, and then for the purposes of this video I'll use radio. I don't like it like this. Let's see what this looks like. Something like this. So a very simple background. To get our font, we go back to the textcraft.net website, and then basically here I've already set it up. You just type in the things you want. For my series it's called Piece of Cake, right? And then you can change the font size, add a little glow to the background with this tool. I think that's what it does. It adds or a border or whatever. Change the colors, change the fonts, add a second line, add a third line, etc. And then what you'll want to do next is just either click download or click view. Click here, right click it, save image as, and then I already saved it earlier. And one thing that's helpful when you make a lot of videos is to date everything, so everything's in order. So I did it like that. I'm gonna call this thumb 1. For my video, I'll need a little episode title on the bottom too. So I'm just gonna make a little episode sign as well. Delete this. I won't need this, and then pick a color that I like. I would choose brown. If you guys notice the theme, it was red on top, white in the middle, and then a big brown on the bottom, kind of like the color of the Minecraft cake. And one key note is to make sure that even though I'm making a new thing, I could have been lazy and then just wrote episode 1 here or whatnot, and erase these top things to make its own separate little image. Because in my GIMP, I want this to be on the bottom side of a separate image, right? I could have started here or something like that. But see, if I do that, they'll give me an error that says line 1 is too short. So if I want to make a new image, I just have to fill the top lane and change all the sides. It's a little annoying, but it's okay. And I'll do the same thing. I'll save this as thumb 2. Okay, so now we want to go to the minecraft.novaskin.me site. And here we can pick our character or whatever. We can change the angle of his face. And sometimes the buttons don't load for whatever reason, but I think the button on the right is called pose. So let's just pick a random image. I don't know. We'll pick this one. Some goofy little guy. Change the pose. Change the body parts. It's probably easier to click this button, move parts of the left mouse button, and you know, you can change every little appendage or whatever. Get the pose you want. You can add items. So just for example, we'll give him some raw chicken. He'll eat that. Actually, he shouldn't eat that. Raw chicken has salmonella or some other bacteria. Anyway, so for our example, I already made something for, you know, the character I use, this little cute little brown bear. And then one thing you'll want to do is choose a background, and you want a background that's a green screen for this reason. And now you do, at least on the PC, I'm sure Macs have some button, you do function and print screen. And then you go to here, you copy and paste, or you paste it, and then you crop it out. I already did that earlier. And then you save as, I call it save as piece of cake. So now what we're going to do is open as layers, our little bear image, or your character or whatever. And then you see it's a little off screen where it started. That's why I see the big yellow box around everything. So I'll just layer boundary size and then change it to here. Okay? And then I can just drag this little thing, drag a little bear right here. And now what I want to do is fill in all this random white space here, so I can get rid of everything. Now I'm going to use this, what's it called? Fuzzy select tool. I think it's U. Let's select the background. But what I actually want is the bear, so I'll just invert it. I think it's Control I. You can also get there from select, invert. Yeah, it was Control I. I'm going to add an alpha channel, which basically adds a layer of transparency to this layer. And then I'm going to Control X. I'm going to delete everything else in the screen. And now I'm going to paste our bear back. And see, now we have our little bear. Now what you want to do is select the bear again. And then invert it. And then cut it. And then make a new layer called transparency. Make sure the layer is above your background layer. And then what you're going to do is go to this layer, paste it, and then click anywhere on the map. And then delete your old layer. Where is that? There we go. Now the reason we want to do that is, see, when I click the bear now. Click the bear. Come on, bear. Oh, whoops. When I clicked the bear, I was on the active layer. See, now I can just move the bear around. Rather than, sometimes if you don't do this, it'll create a little white background around it too, and that could be annoying. So do it this way, and then your bear will be fine. Or wherever your character is. We'll do the same for open as layers. We want the text now, so we're going to open these as separate layers. And now what you want to do is basically, let's put these like this. Oops. And we want to make the text much bigger, so we'll try to, because if you look at a thumbnails are really tiny, so even though it looks big on the screen right now, it'll be really small, you know, on YouTube. We don't want that, so let's scale this to 1500. Okay, that might be a little bit big, but I think it's okay. Maybe we'll scale to 1450, just so we can have a little bit of margin on the side. So like this is good. Then we'll do the same for this scale layer. Then we'll do like 1000. Now let's work on our bear. So what's it called? You really don't need every single part of the bear and channel for your thumbnail or your character, unless you want to. Maybe you could put it on the side and have the pose aiming to the right or something like that. But we'll make it. We'll just care about the face in our little thing. So make him like this. Maybe that was a little too big. We'll scale a little bit smaller. Instead of it's the face and the cake. So we'll do it like this. Perfect. So now you may have noticed that for some reason it didn't select perfectly, so it left a little green background around the edge. So what I'm going to do is just go to layer, this layer with my bear and zoom in. I'm just going to, what's it called? Erase all these manually, just touch it up for me. And I'll skip ahead. And see, I cleaned everything up. It only took about 1 minute, very, very fast. So now we just click File, Export As, save it here, call it, or what's it called? Save it here, since I like to have everything organized. And let's call it Thumb Done, like this. And we'll export it. I don't really know what these little funny things do, but I'll just click them all. And voila! And here we are where we stored our little thing. This is my general pictures folder, and then click this, and see, it's all ready. And then if you just click here, you know, hopefully it'll look something like this. I won't know until I upload the video, of course, but hopefully you'll be able to see it and it looks fine. Anyways, so, oh yeah, one last thing. If you want to, you know, make episode 2 or whatever, you can basically delete this layer and then, you know, just do the same thing as I did before. Open as layer, open episode 2. You can try to overlap it with this before you delete it, you know, just so all the text matches in the same spot. Anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful. This is my first tutorial, so leave a comment on how I can improve. As I'm making it right now, I can think of, you know, some little details that I hope to be better at for the next tutorial. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you really loved it, you know, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Anyways, thanks for watching. X Brown Bear signing out.